Roll call 219 here, and this is going to be kind of a long video, so bear with me. But I recently purchased this Springfield XD 45 ACP, and the other day I was trying to do a video on the disassembly of this firearm, and as I was going through it and breaking it down and showing you how to disassemble and reassemble the firearm, something crazy had happened with the gun, and as I was trying to show you how to break this pistol down, something had happened with the gun itself. As I tried to dry fire the gun, and pretty much what you do after you clean your gun, just make sure you check the function of it. So I'd like to thank my folks at Shoot to Thrill Customs. They're located at 6172 North, 450 West in LaPorte, Indiana. They bailed me out on this. So let's get down and I'll show you how to break this gun down real quick. So you have to pull the slide to the rear, and you have to make sure you hit that grip safety or the slide won't come back to the rear. You want to rotate this little lever up, drop your slide, and you have to pull the trigger, so make sure your gun's not unloaded. And boom, it comes out. Now, with the assembly of this gun, this isn't a captured guide rod and spring. It's two pieces. So when you take this spring out of here, you want to hold on to it, because if you don't, it'll shoot across the room. So you want to hold your spring and guide rod, push on it until it releases, and there it is. And then you can take the guide rod out, and then you can clean your parts accordingly with whatever lube you take. And then you can take your barrel out. Here's the barrel. You can see down there I still have some good rifling in there. I don't think this gun was shot a whole lot when it was traded in for whatever the person that had it traded it for. There's no wear on the slide, nothing in the inside hardly. Other than that, they said it functioned pretty good when they did a function check. What it was up in here, where the firing pin is. It was all gummed up in there. I mean, I guess there was a ton of crud in there, and they disassembled the whole top portion of the slide and got all that stuff in there. If you can see, there's springs, got the springs out of there, got the firing pin out of there, and cleaned all the gunk out of there. When I had cleaned it before that, I didn't disassemble the whole this whole portion of the slide. I just did the basic field strip and clean process. So that's what was wrong with the gun. So they just got in there and they cleaned out all the crud, because right here there's a cocked indicator that pops out there, this little metal piece, so you can feel that to tell if your gun is hot or not. So when the gun is cocked, we'll get back to it when we assemble it. You put your barrel in there, lay it in there. Putting the spring and everything in here is a beast. So be prepared for that, to try and get all this in there. Ugh. Yeah, it's a beast to get in there. Make sure it's nice and flush with it, and it's got some pretty beefy rails on there, if you can see. And even with them shooting it, it still shows little to no wear inside the gun itself. There's a little bit of blemish up on that feed ramp. I don't think you can see it right down in there. you can see it right down in there, but that's about it. Everything else is pretty much clean. The rails have little to no wear on them. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this gun. So to put it back, you want to get your slide on there, ride the rails, pull it back, lock it, rotate your lever down, and then release it. And that's the indicator that I was talking about. If you can see how it sticks out there, that will tell you that your gun is cocked and ready to go. So function check, and watch the little pin. It's in a safe direction. Oh, you got to hit that grip safety or it doesn't go bang. See how it disappears in there? One more time. There you see the little pin. Safe direction. Boom, it's gone. So what the problem I was having with it is, as I racked the slide and pulled the trigger, even with the grip safety in, and I guess they call it the dingus, it wouldn't let the firing pin go and strike around. So they went in there and they cleaned all that goo that was jammed up in the slide. So this is a little lesson of you gotta, at times you gotta get up in the slide and you gotta clean the goo out of there. This is a lesson learned. A new gun, but yet I'm gonna take it to the range tomorrow, and we're gonna put 45 ACP on some paper and see how this gun shoots. They shot it before I did, so kudos to them. They got to shoot it before I did, but they said they were really impressed with this gun. It's a good shooter, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. So here's their little card. I'd like to thank Daniel Hurley. He's the guy that came up and gave me the customer service, which is always great there, and cleaned up my gun and got it to function correctly. Let me hold this one up. They do a bunch of custom stuff. So there's what all that they do: sales, repair, restorations if you have it. They do parts, transfers, firearm trials. They do pretty much everything there. Plus they do customization and then some Cerakoting. I mean, they do it all at Shoot the Thrills Customs. So yeah, I really greatly appreciate those guys for bailing me out in my time of need, and hooking me up and fixing my Springfield XD 45 Tactical. So with that being said, I like to thank Shoot the Thrill Customs, my new, my old subscribers, and just the people that zip through my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Go search around on my subscription lists. Go subscribe to some of those other folks that are on there. Real knowledgeable guys. Go check out gunchannels.com. And like always, folks, catch you on the next one.